In Khan Yunis, Nadine cries for her brother and his children, among dozens killed in Gaza overnight by Israeli strikes. Some of these bags hold multiple small bodies. They were waiting for aid when the missiles hit, according to Palestinian health authorities. For relatives of those killed, Israel's announcement of pauses in fighting is hard to believe.
There must be a ceasefire and an end to the bloodshed. Civilians are dying. Today we have 6 martyrs, and yesterday we do not even know how many. We want aid alongside an end to the war.
Overnight, the IDF released footage of aid drops into Gaza, a scattering of packages for a population of 2 million facing mass hunger. At least 133 people have now died from malnutrition since the start of the war, according to the Hamas-run health ministry. Aid agencies and displaced people in Gaza say airdrops are a distraction and can't bring in enough food to stop starvation.
The way of aid distribution is very harmful and dangerous, but we go out for the sake of the children, because a child cries telling you, "Uncle, I want a loaf of bread." It breaks your heart. It feels like a million knives into your heart. A million knives into your heart.
Israel says it'll open humanitarian corridors during the daytime, allowing trucks of food and medical aid to enter Gaza from Egypt through the Rafah crossing. This aid worker in Gaza City says it's long overdue.
This is the infuriating thing about it. Do we welcome aid now coming in? Absolutely. But that also doesn't take away that for months and months, people have been starving because of a deliberate policy. One, to not allow aid to enter, to not allow enough food to enter, and once again, to shoot at, to kill and maim people in the few places where they are able to get aid.
Israel says the aid corridors are being set up to refute the false claim of intentional starvation. Hundreds of Palestinians have been killed in recent weeks trying to reach food at distribution points. And international criticism is growing. Keir Starmer's confirmed the UK is working with Jordan to get aid into Gaza. His government says Israel's latest announcement doesn't go far enough.
We desperately need the restrictions to be lifted on aid getting into Gaza. We need a ceasefire, we need hostages to be released, and that's the only way that we can then move forward and get on that pathway to a two-state solution, which is so important.
Keir Starmer's set to take the unusual step of recalling his cabinet from summer recess as pressure builds on the UK to follow France's plan to recognise the state of Palestine. Meanwhile, Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu says he'll continue to allow aid in by whatever path it takes. A lifeline for some, for others it could be too little, too late.
Andrew Misra reporting there. Well, earlier we spoke to Israel's former Prime Minister Ehud Olmert, and I asked him if Benjamin Netanyahu has caved in to international pressure.
It looks like that there is a slight change in the logistics of the Israeli operation. Remains to be seen how broader and comprehensive and effective it is. At the same time, he convened the consultation Friday evening without some of the ministers in the cabinet who are opposed to this, Mr. Ben-Gvir and Mr. Smotrich. And today, these ministers say that they will take measures in order to stop it. And considering the influence that they have on the Prime Minister, I hope that this will not change. But let's
well, they're not sufficient, are they? It's only 3 areas of Gaza, and even today, scores of people have been killed in Gaza. It's just a PR sop, isn't it?
Look, we control Gaza. It's incumbent upon us to provide the humanitarian needs of the people. We have to do everything, and we have to make it effective, comprehensive, the broadest possible, without any people being killed when they are trying to reach out for food. If this is done, then it's the credit of Israel. If it's not done, it's the discredit of Israel, and that's the bottom line.
Well, the bottom line is more than that, Mr. Ahmed. It's a war crime. Using famine as a means of war is a straight war crime. Netanyahu, and thereby the Israeli government, stand accused of exactly that. And that's what it is, isn't it?
I've said it before, and I haven't changed my mind, that there are things which are intolerable and unforgivable, which we are responsible for about what happens in Gaza. Whether all of the difficulties in providing the humanitarian needs are a result of negligence in purpose, or is it a result of the inefficiency of the logistic arrangements that were made and the intervention of Hamas? I don't know. I know
But you must know or have an opinion. When you say it's unforgivable, what you actually mean is it's a war crime? Is that what you're saying?
I think that it easily can be interpreted as a war crime. And it's incumbent upon Israel to prove the otherwise.
Let's talk more widely. Obviously, we now have the issue of recognising Palestine. Mr. Macron and France have done that. Should the UK follow suit?
If someone wants to think seriously about a political solution that will end once and for all the hostilities, the violence, the bloodshed in the Middle East, there is no other alternative but two states. Macron took it one step further and he said, let's not wait until there is an agreement between Israel and the Palestinians. Let's already now recognize the state.
Let's talk about war on another front, the West Bank. Every day, every week, village after village, Palestinian village being cleared out by violence from settlers with the connivance of the Israeli state, with the connivance of the Israeli army, and with the connivance of Israeli police. What is going on?
Unlike Gaza, this is a territory which is completely controlled by the state of Israel. And if the Israeli youth are lynching, burning, killing the Palestinians living there,
and an American citizen just a few weeks ago,
they are human beings for me, either he has an American citizenship or not. I can't keep quiet. I say time and again, they couldn't have done it unless they were assisted tacitly by the Israeli police and the Israeli army. They couldn't have done it had the Minister of Defense of Israel did not decide to cancel the detention, the administrative detention writs, which could have stopped and arrested many of them because they don't want to arrest them. This is amount to a war crime of the most terrible manner, and it has to stop.
Mr. Ahmed, thanks very much indeed for your forthright comment. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.